Let's talk about Rite Aid. Let's go right to the daily chart. And at the highs on Friday, the stock was up at one point plus 20% higher on the day. Over the last three trading days, it's up over 70%. The stock has been on a win streak. It's been up 6 straight days. And within that win streak, the stock is up more than 100%, or was up more than 100%. And check out this volume. This is crazy volume. Stocks traded hands over 100 million times. However, if we go to the monthly chart and you look at the highs or the opening on January, it's still down roughly 50%, 40 to 50%. All right, so if you haven't guessed it, it's been like meme stock mania all over again. And this has to be another reason why we've seen this explosive move higher on Rite Aid. Let's go to the charts. And this article is coming from Investor Place. Rite Aid short squeeze takes RAD stock 60% higher. Rite Aid stock has a short interest of about 23%. It's not bad. Typically, you want to see something over 30%, and then you're really cooking. For the last few months, the stock's short interest has been hovering consistently in the 25 to 30% range. Okay, yeah. While it's down slightly from that range, it's still enough to force a certain amount of short sellers to cover amid a robust rally. And the short sellers, as price goes up, if they get called, then they have to buy back the shares, pushing up the price even higher. With the exception of this week, Rite Aid stock has struggled quite a bit this year. Even with today's rally, RAD stock is down about 19%. Before the current 6-day win streak took form, RAD stock was down more than 50% for 2023. Rite Aid has drifted slowly towards a likely bankruptcy that accelerated after the Department of Justice filed suit in March concerning its overprescription of opioids. And in America, there is an opioid epidemic. Nevertheless, he added that, and this is this Dana Blankenhorn. He added that the company's recent earnings results were nowhere near spectacular, highlighting that Rite Aid lost $306 million or $5.56 a share last quarter. That's quite a bit. Further, management expects to lose $650 million to $680 million for the year. So at some point, the stock is going to shoot back down. When that happens, no one knows, but that's why we have the technicals. And you can see from the daily chart, price hit this 200-day moving average. That was a great opportunity to sell it short. Had you done that, you would have had a quick buck. But folks that got in closer to the 150 level are still up about 150%. Okay, so now my eyes point to this red extended range candle right here. You had a selling wick here on decent volume. But when I look to the left, there's a lot of trading. So I'm not in love with the level, but nevertheless, could be a level of interest. Let's start with the monthly chart. And this was the last leg, origin of the last leg down. So if I put a line at $4, there's some serious resistance at this point. Was support, became resistance. And that origin was the start of the leg down that took price to $1.36. All right, we got to remember this is the 13 simple monthly moving average. and that's about 346. Okay, so let's remember that. Let's go to the weekly chart, and this was the level that I was looking at on the daily chart. Let's pull that up so you can see a wick over wick. So there's something here. Again, if I draw a line, let's see, at 325, that's going to be another level where there should be some resistance. I mean, this weekly candle is crazy. So part of the sell-off towards the end of the week was just profit taking, as folks who got in or got in here were happy to get out at break even. Folks that got in at the 150 level took some off the table and converted that paper profits into real profits. Nevertheless, the momentum is still to the downside, as you can see, based on the moving averages, and we have yet to get a crossover. So I anticipate price pulling back a bit more, which will be healthy for the stock if and when it continues to go higher. Now I'm not sure why it would go higher, right? Based on the fundamentals. As a meme stock, yes, it can go higher. Looking at two levels, $3.25 and $4 as targets. All right, so let's go down to the daily chart one more time. Let's look at that level. And what I'm going to do is I'll take that off, and we're going to put a blue horizontal line to represent daily sellers. Now I don't anticipate this zone holding for the simple fact that this wick implies that before the leg down it filled all remaining unfilled sell orders. So but have to respect it nevertheless, as it can hold again. If I put that line back in, this zone will be supported by this support, which is now resistance line at 325. Let's see how the week shapes out. Should be interesting. Will price continue to sell off, or will we see another gap higher? Will we see price breach the zone and pull back even more? Will it breach the zone eventually to move higher? Time will tell. That level here is the 13 simple monthly moving average, so we'll keep that on. So these are three targets, as they are resistance levels as well. Kudos to those who got in at the sub 180 level. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.